What's up, my lovelies? It's your girl Deja, and welcome back to another video. And if you are new, welcome to my channel. As you guys can tell by the title down below, I am going to be reflecting on, well, I'm gonna be talking about what my first year of motherhood has been like, guys. I want to say thank you so much to every single last one of you who commented on my last video, on my baby's little birthday letter and everything. Y'all, when I tell y'all, like, I worked on that letter for I don't know how long. I just feel like I just didn't have the right words to say because I was trying to put it in the aspect of like I was talking to her, you feel? Thank you guys so much for the birthday wishes. Her birthday was so much fun. She really enjoyed it, and yeah, so let's get into the video. Before we get into all the juicy stuff and everything, I want you guys to go and check out these two beautiful people on the screen. Go subscribe to their channels. Go check them out. Get them subbies up. Get them views up, period. And without further ado, we're gonna get right into the video. First things first, y'all, I just want to say that this video is basically a bit of an introduction to a video series that I have coming to my channel in October. Yes, your girl trying to be consistent. I'm trying to do a little something. The title of this video series is gonna be called Moms Need Love Too. So y'all know, like, the song. First thing that I want to talk about that I've dealt with throughout this entire past year of my life. So I'm not gonna go into detail with most of these topics simply because my video series is gonna be directed, and coming from majority of the topics that I have on my list on my laptop right in front of me. So if y'all see me looking down at any point, that's what I'm looking at. But yeah, some of the struggles that I've dealt with would be things such as like comparison or envy of like people I've went to school with, people who I feel are like so much further in life than me, and that would come from feeling like, oh, they're so much further off, they're so much better off than me because they're not parents. And other things such as like loneliness and depression. Like, I kind of feel like a lot of this stuff is really just coming from the fact of me getting pregnant when I did, me having a child when I did, and a part of me does miss what life was like before I ever had a child. And that's not to say like, oh, I wish I could go back, I wish I didn't have my daughter. Like, no, that's not what it is. That is a topic alone that I feel like does need to be discussed because a lot of people don't talk about it. And I know that if I'm feeling it, I feel like somebody else out there is feeling it too. I feel like it's another mom, another teen mom out there that is feeling the same emotions as I am. Like, if you feel like you're one of them kind of people who, you look at other people, look at other people's lives, people you went to school with, people who didn't graduate the same year as you. So another topic that will be discussed in my video series is doubts. Like, everybody has doubts, whether you're a parent or not. As far as parenting wise, certain doubts that I had was like, how am I finna do this? Like, what did I get myself into? How am I finna, be making the kind of money that it takes to raise a baby? Like, where am I gonna get it from? How am I, just gonna give my daughter the type of life that I wish I had when I was a kid? You feel? I was dealing with, am I gonna be a good parent? Like, is she gonna love me? Is she gonna even like me? Is she gonna want to be around me? And it's like, that's the kind of stuff that I worried about. But it's like, in the beginning, at least now, I don't really feel like that's too much to worry about because she's a baby. She relies on me. She's a toddler now. But so this next topic, I am gonna go a little bit into detail too because it kind of pertains to a lot of the things that have happened over the course of the past year. So the biggest thing that I feel like I regret is rushing it, rushing how fast the days will go by, rushing to put my daughter to sleep, rushing to get her fed, rushing to take her a bath, instead of just sitting there and enjoying the moment, sitting there and enjoying her little faces and the little smiles that she would make and how she splashes in the water. I don't do that anymore. But in the beginning, I feel like, especially the first 3-4 months, I was still dealing with my postpartum depression like really badly. And I am going to be making a separate video on that. I know I spoke on it before, but now that I'm going to be doing this video series, my Moms Need Love 2 series, I feel like it would be a perfect time and a perfect opportunity to like speak on that. Like, I do wish that I could go back and like just sit there with my 2-month-old daughter and, you know, just enjoy the moment. Felt like I was so focused on everybody else and everything else around me. I wasn't focusing on her as much as I wish I would have. Another thing, and this here is something that I know I've, you know, spoke a tiny bit about, like some part in this video a little earlier. It is missing my old life. It's okay to miss, you know, your life before you were a parent. You wish you could go back to a time when all you had to worry about was yourself, when things seemed easier, when you didn't have a tiny little human to depend on you. You know, you didn't have to take somebody else a bath. You didn't have to wash their hair. You don't have to, you know, you didn't have to brush anybody's teeth for them. You didn't have to feed them and dress them and change their nasty little stinky poop, pee, diarrhea diapers. You're thinking back on the time when the only person you had to worry about feeding was yourself, when the only person you had to bathe was yourself, the only person hair you had to do was yourself. Like, it's the simple things. It's not like, oh man, I miss being able to stay up all hours of the night, because I can't do that no more, because I know the next day I'm gonna have to get up and see about my baby, you feel? So it's like, it's not about, you know, just missing being alone. It's about, for me personally, it's about missing the things that I usually didn't think anything of. Like, I miss being able to get up whenever I want to take a shower. I miss being able to go to the restroom whenever I needed to. I miss being able to just sit back and relax all day. I miss being able to stay in bed all day, because now I have a 12-month-old daughter, and she gets bored just like the rest of us, and she's an extremely active and extremely playful little girl. So it's no way I can sit back in bed and her not get fussy, you know, within the hour, you feel me? So I do just want to say, like, guys, if any of y'all moms have felt, you know, or have felt like I felt when it comes to, you know, missing your before baby life, your pre-baby life, like, it's okay. It's not a bad thing to feel that way. It's not bad to wish you could do the simple stuff. It's okay to need a break, to feel like you need 24 hours away from your child just to realize 2 hours in how much you miss your baby. Like, trust me, I'm like that all the time. And the last thing when it comes to regrets is feeling like I had to be okay, feeling like I have to be okay 25/8. Like, ain't nobody okay all the time. Ain't nobody just perfectly fine, perfectly content, perfectly happy with every single thing going on in their life. Like, besides parents, and there are other things that I deal with, there are other internal battles that I fight as a mom. It's like, I put myself in that, you know, persona of like, I gotta be happy to keep my baby happy. And of course, you know, I want to be happy for my child. I want to have the energy to play with her. Speaking on how fast this past year has been, like the next 17 years finna fly by. Like, I can't handle that. I want to get to a point to where my days can just be super peaceful, and I can save all that extra energy that I'm spending worrying about stuff, or stressing over things, or overthinking things, and take that energy and transform it into something into something positive that I can share with my daughter, you know? So moving on, this here is, we're coming up on the end of the video, but I did want to speak on more of the positive things that have happened over the last year. So first, I want to speak on a couple milestones for my baby and for myself. When it comes to my daughter, I would say that there were so many, like, you know, I think back on times like when I first seen her smile, like when she was wide awake, like a real smile, because, you know, newborns like to smile in their sleep and stuff. But thinking back on the first day that I seen her smile, and I was so happy, and I just remember that joy that I felt in my heart. And I kind of feel like those were one of the moments when it really hit me. And I guess it was just the fact of like, yo, like, I created that. Like, she grew in here in this body, like, what? And like, she's just so amazing. Like, this don't make no sense. There are like so many other little small things that she's done within the past year that has just made me, you know, have that sense of completion in my life. Like, it could be the tiniest things she does, you know, to this day, and I'll sit back and think, I feel complete, I feel whole, you know? Like, when I see her, it's like, I know everything is gonna be okay. I know that I'm gonna be fine no matter what happens. As long as I got my baby, I'm gonna be good. And sometimes when I'm feeling down and I see her, it completely changes my mood. And on top of that, guys, it's a lot it's a lot of things that she's learned on her own that nobody had to teach her. And like, she started clapping by herself without nobody having to sit there and be like, oh, clap, clap, clap. And then she knows to, you know, her learning the number one by herself. There's this little song on YouTube called One Little Finger. Y'all type it in if y'all got babies, type it in. And like, when I tell y'all, she was listening to this for maybe a month, or for maybe like a month or a couple weeks before her birthday. And right before her birthday came around, she started holding up the finger. I'd be like, Lonnie, how old are you? She go, or whatever. Or sometimes she could be sitting, I'd be like, one little finger, and she'll go and start dancing to it. And it is the cutest thing, y'all. So many things, and like, she shocks me so much every single day by the little things that I see that she's doing now, and all the ways that she's grown. And it's just making me like feel mind blown. Like, this is my child. Like, she's a freaking genius, y'all. But I will go into detail about all those things in my 1 year toddler update, because I haven't done a little update in a little minute, and I feel like it's an appropriate time, and I have a lot of things to catch y'all up on. So if y'all want to see that, be on the lookout for it. Be on the lookout, because it's gonna be cute. And y'all be wanting to see her anyway. So just knowing how far I've come since September 19, 2019 to September 19, 2020 has been a huge difference. You know, like, my mindset alone has come so far in such a short time. Like, I feel like the first about 8, 9, 10 months of her life, my mind was in a different place. My focus was somewhere else. But over the past couple of months, you know, I feel like I've gotten to a point to where I'm able to let go of a lot of things, let go of certain people, let go of, you know, what life should have been like, what life should be like, and, you know, just kind of accepting things for what they are now, accepting our life for what it is, you know. And it's like, I kind of feel like that's a thing that I constantly struggled with, was worrying and obsessing over certain situations that I've dealt with. Y'all, my mama came in here and I honestly cannot remember where I left off. So I'm gonna just go ahead and end this video here, guys. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's short and I know it ain't not really much to it, but all in all, this was just to mainly introduce my new video series that will be starting up next week. So if y'all not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you follow me on all my new social media, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.